Thanks for joining us, and welcome to our podcast to learn about copywriting and content writing with one of our lead employees, Paolo, who will tell you a little bit about his job, his position, and what he thinks about it. So, Paolo, just start. Tell me first of all a little bit about yourself.
Yes, I work here as a content writer in iSupporta. But before that, I've had some experiences in content writing for the past 5 or 6 years or so. Sometimes I would have to be forced to write about 2 or 3 different topics in the same different article, and to fuse that into a cohesive whole. But that's in a way it's become more freeing here at iSupporta because the content I write for is more focused, and I can draw on those past skills such as doing research, and through research being able to connect things so that I can produce something with a cohesive whole.
Great. Okay. Yeah. What do you find writing here for us or for some of our clients? What kind of topics do you like to write about? No, let me rephrase that. What do you think is the most difficult thing that you do to write good content?
I think the part of the most, I wouldn't say difficult, but one of the most challenging things is you don't just want to post something right off the bat. Gladly, my bosses provide me the keyword research tools, so I can do the amount of research necessary. But even so, even with something you're already told on a sort of cheat sheet, you can't just run with that. You have to ask questions to be sure if it makes sense and to be sure if it reaches the right audience.
Right. Yeah, one of the things I like about Paolo is that he does think outside the box. Content writing isn't just putting down words and meeting a word count. It's also about research, right?
Yeah.
So how do you do research, for example, for an article? If I told you, write us about red apples.
Let's say that, for the sake of example, red apples, the keyword, I would go to a keyword research site. Let's just say Neil Patel. There are other keyword research sites available. Let's say I'd run a search there on red apples, and I'd see how many people are clicking on it. There's a metric called volume and such, and I may even relate it to something else. As an analogy, let's just say that green apples are the competitor of red apples. I would search for that also, and based on that information, I would ask my bosses to see what would be the best way to frame this topic to make sure that once it goes out to the right people.
Yeah, that's great. It's an excellent point. Is writing good content is tough. And we don't want you to fully just run with it alone, because we want, of course, our input. And you're actually really good at running things on your own, and I like it when you do come to me and we kind of discuss and strategize to create that really good quality content that is valuable. I find some people don't understand that. They don't understand also, they don't take the initiative like you do to go out and find tools or abstract ways of looking at things. We differentiate ourselves from being machines by being human beings and thinking outside the box to create that good content. So let's see. This is a question maybe you already touched, but what do you think is a good content writer, a good quality of a good content writer?
I think the best quality of a good content writer is, aside from resourcefulness, is the ability to change your voice. Writing is kind of like acting in that way. Because a blog and a website page and let's just say a wiki article or a white paper article is going to be different from each other. If you're going to be writing a sales email, that's going to be different. So you have to be able to change your voice appropriately for the type of content. But although I use the term acting, it's very important that the truth of your company and your bottom line shows forth when you write it.
Yeah, I agree with that. This is exactly one of the reasons why I bring Paolo to this interview, is to show that people here in the Philippines think about things. Some people even back home don't, or if not better, then at least equal, and that can be done from anywhere in the world. We can be geographically separated, but digitally we're right next door. There's no difference between a remote office here in the Philippines and versus a remote office in the same state or the same city. I think some of our employees exceed some of the requirements because they really enjoy it. This is actually, being a content writer is actually a good job here in the Philippines. Maybe possibly back home in the West, that job may not be looked favorably upon, or if somebody has good insight and as good mindset as Paolo does, they're going to charge 2, 3, or 4 times as much. for that same stuff. So yeah, we're really happy with Paulo, and we're happy with how he grows and how he wants to become a part of the team. And employees like Paolo would be a part of your team. For example, if we do hire more for your team, Paolo would be the guy who would be training them. And we want more of that kind of personality to be able to train our future employees or your future employees. So again, with iSupporta, what we do here is we just provide structure and we provide the office for them. The employees are yours. Currently, yes, Paolo is ours, but a Paolo could be yours as well. And I think it's very valuable and very cost effective. So anyways, is there anything else you wanted to say, Paolo? Did I miss anything? Or?
I think we covered pretty much everything about content writing. I think if you want to learn more, you can read on the website. Just learn more about us, iSupporta.